It's time for account review. Welcome back to Cocky Gachas, and in this video, I'm going to take a look at my account and where we are at. It's been some time since I did an account review, and also wanted to do it right now because we've just finished pulling on the Lizardlord banner, so we've kind of reached a state whereby we are in a stalemate, right? Not really stalemate, but in a stale state whereby we're not going to be furthering much in our account and just waiting for more banners to drop, which is why I decided it's a good time to do account review. So first things first, we want to take a look at my souls. A lot of people are curious how many origin units I have. As of right now, I have 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're missing one copy on Jacqueline. You can see over here, we do have 7 copies of Jacqueline, just waiting on that last copy. And the reason why I say that my account now, I think it's in a very a decent state, is because I am able to now feel good amount of teams with quite a bit of flexibility. So I have a lot of things to test with, right? Unlike previously whereby I have a lot of units whereby I am stuck at Eternal Plus and I can't really utilize them because I can't overlevel them. So all this kind of things, right? But right now I have good flexibility with the Manon pack, and this is quite decent. And for the artifacts wise, you can see I have only 2 L plus, right? Because I really didn't pull, I didn't spend additional diamonds to pull on artifacts. I've just been relying on tickets. I only put 1 time additional for 5 additional pulls. That's all when I was super near to the list, the Lindsay artifact to Legendary Plus. But my strategy has always been the same. It's just going to Legendary Plus and then switching out. I don't really go beyond that because for my spending wise, since I only buy the Manon pack, I feel like there's no much merit for me to do that, right? I need to buff up the rest of my teams. Some of the artifacts are really important. When you get them to Legendary Plus, you get the boost, you feel happy about it. So that is where we are at. For Liz itself, we do have her at Legendary also. We got quite lucky with the shards. We got quite a lot of shards with very little artifact tickets. So I'm super happy with her. Overall, you can see some of the stars on my units as well. Talia, Chloe at +2, Honglai also at +2, Aki, Lindsay, Memphi are at +1, and the other units are, a lot of them are at Legendary. So I'm just going to walk through you guys faction by faction what my plan is for my account right now. So you can see for human faction, which is my main target for my type summons as of now, as of last time as well. I've always been focusing on humans because there's so many units I want to ascend and origin in humans. Right now I'm working on Claire, she's at Eternal, and you can see all this Claire's, right? I'm at Origin +2 and 1 copy if I were to get her to Origin right now. I'm missing Fodder. However, I'm hesitant to use Cherry as well as Dora for Fodder anymore. I do think that right now I'm approaching the last 2 units that I really want to Origin. On top of that, I do have Jade that I might Origin afterwards, but the number of units they are releasing is slowing down, and the merits of fordering epic units is not as much as when you first started the game. I think that the best way or best time for you to fodder is when you are working towards your first few origin units, after which the diminishing returns kind of kicks in, right? So I'm also slowing down on the fordering of epic units, even for my human faction, and I'm just going to continue doing this. So it's Claire, probably Catherine afterwards, and then Jade. And for my Beast faction, you can see a lot of Legendary Plus. The reason why is because I feel like Beast faction, I'm still not decided on which direction I want to go with, either Mika or Siha. And also the copy situation hasn't been sorted out, which is why I went with Legendary Plus for both of them. And for the origins, I do have Haru as well as Honglan, so I think that is good enough just for carry. It's really lacking tanking aspect. I would wish that we could get Tsuni, but she's at 1 copy. I really have no high hopes for that. I'm not going to put on her banner anyways. I'm just going to wait for the new unit Soyeon, which is potentially going to be a DPS unit, but for now, it's either Mika or Siha that I'm going to go with Origin next. Clara and Ira is out of the question. Pretty much none, both of them are not as good compared to this, and I really do need tanks, right? Mika can really tank at higher ascensions also, Mika, Siha. So that's my plan. Next, going to the Fairy. I think I'm pretty much set for Fairy, 3 of those units. And I do have 8 copies of Nicole just casually sitting by, 1 copy of Fodder, and 2 Renes. Same reason why I'm not following the Renes for my Naya right now. I don't think ascending Naya would give me that much of a benefit because these units are already strong enough, right? I don't really need Naya to be strong also, although we do have 8 copies or 9 copies of Naya, but origining her right now is not a priority. I'm just going to slowly build up Fodder, like I mentioned. So Rene is going to be spared for now. Undead faction is a bit of a predicament. We do have Petra here, but Jacqueline is only at Eternal Plus, lacking 1 copy like I mentioned, and she really needs her origin so that I can overlevel her and climb the undead gates. More on this later. But for Prim, I do have Origin +1 Prim if I want to, and I do have the Fodder as well, but you can see I'm sitting on it because I cannot decide whether I want to go for Violet Origin potentially, because I only missing 3 copies. If I want to go for the Violet route, it's because of the rates, right? If I want to go for Prim, it's more for PvP, so I'm still sitting on this and trying to wait and see, right? So like I mentioned, you guys, resource management is very important for this game, which is why I always want to wait and decide on something before I go like further off the stuff, right? I don't like make my decisions willy-nilly. I want to sit on it, I want to think on it, and then I don't want to regret on my decisions for that. So that is the Undead faction. Of course, Angel, Adrian, I'm up to 5 copies, almost Legendary Plus. We're slowly working towards Origin, right? One day we'll get her to Origin, but that will be a couple months down the road, I suspect. And of course, Lizard and Ayame situation. Ayame, I have 2 copies, and then Liz, I am halfway to like O+1, and it's pretty much set. I don't think after the banner we are going to get more of the demons, so that is what it is. I'm probably not going to pull on Ayame banner. I'm going to continue saving my Everstones, potentially either for Claudia or Soyeon. So that's my plan with my Everstones and my units. Next is going to be the situation with my gates. Honestly, I haven't touched it since they expanded because mainly I don't have time to play. Recently, I've been very busy. On top of that, I've also been playing a side game, Ragnarok Origin. I'm not sure if anyone of you guys are playing, but I have been spending a bit of time on that. But regardless, I still haven't got the motivation to really climb my gates, so that is why it's sitting on this, right? So it's still okay, it's not really that bad, but I do think I can climb a lot higher for my gates. For my Battlefront, you can see we're up to 19-35. I could have completed this. I actually let a lot of hires expire because it was like every time I finish doing my stuff, right, the videos and stuff like that, it's already so late, so I don't really have the motivation to push, especially for this like triple teams, right? You do need some time to like formulate some teams. I'm also going to make a video on how I'm clearing all these teams and how my strategy is when tackling like triple teams, and whether this is truly pay to win. So for now, I do think that it's manageable for me, and I'm at 35, so I will potentially clear it when I have more time. I'm just going to clear like 5 stages at a time. Anyways, after this, they're going to take a long time before they release new chapters, so I'm not in a rush to get them finished, right? And lastly, we're going to take a look at my town. So entering my town, I'm going to give you guys a look into what I'm doing with my town. Of course, as usual, just to preface, it still looks like shit. I don't really think that the town system is optimized enough for me to go and rehaul it, which is why I haven't worked on it. But if you go to my town, it looks like shit. I'm just replacing everything. I do have a bit of a concern when it comes to space, because if I were to buy anything else, and with all those like event buildings, right, I'm going to run out of space very, very soon. I've just bought like more part-time job buildings, and if you go to my takeout section, you should be able to see right here that I have a lot of part-time job buildings, right? Previously, I only have 1 epic or like 2 or 3 epics, but now I have every single epic, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So 5 epics, I bought everything. I'm now buying all the rares and also potentially buying the commons as well. I just have too much energy because of the one reason, and that is because of the soul rest. I've now unlocked every single soul rest slot. Of course, we have 3 more, right? But these are not achievable as of now, and I'm just going to keep on buying more of the part-time jobs. And the next thing I'm going to be aiming at is now going to be the Manons. I'm going to buy the large one, the attack one first, because for raids, I think that is extra important. 10% attack is super huge, and it's going to provide a lot of damage when it comes to climbing the ranks, right? For guild rank, that is something that I'm working on. And also, if you are interested in seeing what my buffs look like, this has been showcased once before, I think, but I have pretty much gotten every single one except for one of the fountains or one of those stuff, right, statues. So I'm only missing about 1%, but everything else is already maxed. So this is what I'm working with. Mana crystal loot is at 12%. I do believe that is the max, and that's just a look into my town. And that about does it for this video. When I go through my account and do an account review, do leave a comment in the comment section below on letting me know how your account is doing. And also, if you want to see anything that I didn't showcase in this video, definitely let me know. I will answer you in the comment section below. Once again, I apologize for not answering comments as frequently this time round because I've been busy this period for this past 2 weeks, and also moving forward for 1 more week I was still going to be busy, but after that I should have more time to answer your queries and all the comments in the comment section. Also, if you're interested in seeing whether Lizard is worth your Everstones, definitely check out this video over here. I'll see you guys over there. This is Corky Gachas signing off.